Look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Junior.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them, it was the efficiency with which he did it.
And he drops the first. The doors for teams looking to trade away a big money player. It seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Outside, Green. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Jackson. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Junior, and again for three. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
BA, he's on fire.
Outside, Green. From outside, off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Tyler, these Miami fans, they are so appreciative of the effort that you guys displayed tonight. Talk about what they mean to you.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without these amazing fans right here, so we appreciate you guys. Continue to support us through the ups and downs, and we appreciate y'all.
Thanks so much, Tyler.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.
Up next, the Pelicans taking on the Heat. For the New Orleans Pelicans, they've won just 4 games out of their last 10, and they know they can do better. This team has talent, and they'll try to bring it together and get things back on track with a win. Heat, Pelicans. The tip-off coming right after this. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jalen Williams.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Williamson out there with Bay. Then it's Yves Missi. Then there's Powell. And it's Murray in at the point. And for the Heat, Junior's out there with Jalen Williams. And there's Jackson. Then it's Khalil Ware. And it's Hero into the 3. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Jackson in the corner and stolen by Williamson. Shoot from the right block. Murray, good.
And Murray is a well-rounded offensive player. He can score at every level.
And here's Junior. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. We talked about the problems that Zion Williamson can give a team inside. And Coach said it's not about the shots that Zion makes, it's about the shots his teammates miss. We have to make sure that we body up Zion and not let him convert misses into makes. Might be hard finding volunteers willing to body up Zion. Back to you.
Allie, thank you so much.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Powell feeling it out a bit. Missi finds Murray. Back to Missi, and Missi throws it down.
Murray, a big point guard, can see over the defense.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Where, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Murray dishes to Williamson. 6 to shoot. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Williams, and it's slammed in by Williams.
And as his game continues to develop, Jackson's passing will get better with each season.
Here's Murray. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr. coach brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
Here's Murray. Heat knocking down the tray. And the rejection by MP. Hero against Murray. Rocket 6. And Missi throws it down.
Yeah, and Murray can do so many things on the court, including setting up his teammates.
MP against Murray. The kick out to Williams. There's a good screen. There's Jackson with the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Pass to Nisi. Back to Powell. Now here's Murray. New Orleans moving it around. And Nisi throws it down.
You know, I think Murray is at his best when he's unselfish, looking to create for others.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Come on, fans. Let's give a huge mighty welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take Taking a look at New Orleans. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Junior, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Free throw good, Junior. And while many teams are a revolving door of head coaches, Stan, the Heat have valued continuity.
They absolutely have. Eric Spoelstra is one of the longest tenured coaches in NBA history. Only Greg Popovich and Jerry Sloan coached their teams longer. And Spoelstra has had great success, leading the Heat to 6 finals while winning 2 of them.
Now, here's Junior. He's got 5. Back to Ware. MP with a screen on Murray. Ware, good.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Murray looking around. Pass to Bay. Here's Williamson. Floats it up for Murray. MP against Powell. And it's Junior missing. Pelicans trail by 3. Now Misi. Murray with it. He has 6. And staying an all-star back in 2022, DeJounte Murray has since been trying to regain that all-star form.
Absolutely, Kevin. And look, the major problem, like it is for a lot of guys, has been injury. When he's healthy, this guy can really play. He's a true two-way player and can help you win games at both ends of the floor.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Inside, and now the Pelicans on the break. And it's Williamson missing. He'd have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shot. Oh, here he comes!
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. That's tipped. MP deciding where to go with it. Good on the three-point shot. Junior's got 8 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Shots good by Hero.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Pelicans. 8-point game. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
Fears he's checked in for Powell. MP against Murray. To the paint, looking to end the run. And Misi with the jam.
Well, Murray's got a great feel of when to let that pass go in the pick and roll.
MP with the bounce pass. There's Hero with the three. And again, it's Miami with the three.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Pelicans trail by 9. Out to the right wing. Jay, good, and the assist goes to Murray.
I really like how confident Fears is, wasting no time answering with a three of his own.
Murray against MP. Drives to the...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And so it's New Orleans with it. Following the score by Miami. Here's Fears. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
My favorite thing about Jeremiah Fears, he has a knack for coming through in clutch moments, and you need that from someone who's naturally ball dominant.
And that one falls for Fears. So Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here, both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure he'd attest he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
Second team foul.
MP outside. On the wing, Williams. Outside, Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. And here's MP for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pelicans trail by 8. Driving inside. And stolen by Junior. And Junior throws it down hard.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Powell outside. Williamson with the screen for Powell. And Williamson throws it down.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
MP outside. And Junior throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Powell. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. There's the screen. Pass to Fears. And slam dunk by Fears.
Oh, Fears. How explosive.
And Miami has possession. They're leading by 8. A 3 from MP. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
In the pass to Powell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Powell is such a valuable asset. Great shooter, efficient, has a really high basketball IQ with all of his experience.
And, unfortunately, Coach, the Pelicans still looking for the franchise's first deep playoff run.
Yeah, just 2 playoff series wins since their arrival in New Orleans back in 2002. They've had some tremendous talents, but the stars have yet to align.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Fears. And slam dunk by Fears.
unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
There's Hero with the three. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
They've got Junior. Jaren Jackson is out there with Khalil Ware. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Williams at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Fear. Over Junior. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Outside Hero. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson setting the pick here for Hero. Ware, good. Ware's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
It's Powell on the wing. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Win after win, these guys now have 9 straight.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce, courtside. Allie.
Hey, guys. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Jackson finds MP. The kick out to Williams. Back to MP. Great D that time from Powell.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Fears. In the corner, Powell with it. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Time to turn up the heat with your very own Miami Heat.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. Junior's checked in for the Heat. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Murray's checked in for Fears. Here's Hero. 8 points for him. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
He gets it in there.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move it.
MP against Murray. MP, that's for two. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Stolen by Jackson. And even 3-on-3 break. Rejected by Murray.
Well, that's the long arms of Murray. A huge asset defensively, as we saw right there. Well, you can't fault the defense. The guy made a difficult shot.
The Heat leading by 19 points. The three from MP. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
For three, Murray nailed from three-point land. Murray's got 11.
And something Murray still working on, he knows he has to develop a consistent three-point shot.
Crops in the tray. That's 29 points for Junior.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Williamson a screen on MP. Murray off target from the baseline. And so MP will bring it up for the Miami Heat. The teardrop falls in. Junior's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
New Orleans gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Williamson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists in the game.
Yeah, you'd like to see Williamson be able to take that three more often, but he's got to shoot it better.
And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
Here's Murray, 11 points in the game. Bay with a screen on MP. MP against Murray. Powell outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Hero. The shot by Powell, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Junior. Rejected by Murray. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams with the steal. Hero with it. Now defended by Powell. Kicks it out to MP. Goes back up. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Junior from Tyler Hero.
making a switch here. Nisi's checked in. Now that we have a second, let's take several teams changing it up here. The Heat shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one falls for Williams. And the Miami front office, Stan, hinting at personnel and philosophical changes after last season.
Well, when you win 37 games, there's obviously cause for change. And the Heat are never complacent, Kevin, and they've got no interest in full-scale rebuilds.
Deceptive and quick-thinking guard Murray makes.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Miami ahead, running away with this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Miami Heat.
They've made it look simple. Well-designed game plan, and the execution has been near flawless.
Yeah, that locker room is feeling good right now, I'll tell you that.
And what better time than now to get caught up on the Rookie of the Year race? And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And Miami shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Saddiq Bey is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Murray. And it's Nisi in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to do? When Zion has it head close to the basket, you might as well use a foul and hope he misses.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First free throw is good. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williams, this is his second trip to the line in this one.
Zion Williamson, 1.
And that one misses. GA, the Pelicans reshaping this roster, but plenty of long-term Pels still in the lineup.
Kevin, continuity matters. They've got talent, chemistry, and have weathered the storms together. Now, can they make some real headway?
Murray, the pass to Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, even at this stage in his career, Powell explodes off the floor. Big burst.
And here's MP for 3. Miami no good on that time either.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's Murray. 13 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. Murray, no good. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the dunk by Jackson.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And Murray's got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. Into the lane. And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is what Coach wants to see. Murray getting closer to his full offensive potential.
The tray, and that one's good, Junior. Junior's got 38 points.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Pass to Nisi. And here is Murray. And it's blocked.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Powell for 3, and it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Well, how about the response by Powell? Answering the call with a 3 of his own.
Kicks it out to Hero. Back to MP. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. To the middle, here's Messi. Wide open look here for Murray, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Rejected by Murray. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, you can see how locked in Murray has been in this game. He's getting to his spots, and the numbers are piling up.
Now, here's Junior. He's got 44. Poked loose and stolen by Murray. Takes it from 10. That one off the back iron and out.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
New Orleans has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Powell outside. The 10-footer. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Assist from
Murray's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, what I like about Powell is that he takes what's available. When you give him these mid-range J's,
and good, he hits it again.
His elite offensive play has made its mark once again.
Now second overall in career 50-point game. He's got to be in the conversation for greatest of all time.
I mean, certainly Michael Jordan, the guy he just passed, is dead center in that ongoing conversation around who's the best ever. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now Williamson. He's got 15. There's a screen. 4 on the clock. Powell for 3. That's in. A 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, you got to chase Powell off that three-point line, or he's gonna make you pay.
MP, that's for 2. And again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Powell, the pass to Murray. From 17 feet out. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Well, that can be a tough range, but Murray made it look routine.
And stolen by Murray. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.